Good afternoon, everybody. I hope you're having a great day. First, I want to say thank you so much for all the lovely comments you guys left me a couple of weeks ago for my first video. Really made me feel good. Thank you so much. So I'm back with another 5-minute card video, and I'm not going to waste too much time because I went over last time. We're going to make a card using the Growth Takes Time stamp set. This is the card we're going to make, and let's get started. Don't want to be late this time. So the first step is your card base, 5.5 by 8.5, scored at 4 1/4. Set that aside for now. For the background, we're going to take a piece of basic white cardstock, not thick. The card base is thick white, and this is just regular white. 4 inches by 5 1/4 inches, and we're going to run that through with a Basics 3D embossing folder. And this is what you get. I paused a little so it would take me some time to do it, so it really is a 5-minute card. The next step, we're going to stamp. This is a 2 5/8 by 3 5/8 piece of regular white cardstock. We're going to use the big tree from the stamp set and Memento ink, Tuxedo Black. I love this ink. It's really nice and crisp, and so I'm just going to ink up my stamp. For the bigger stamps, I do like to lay the stamp upside down and tap the ink onto it. Just gives me a little more control over how much ink goes on there. And then we're just going to stamp down. Oh, and I got some. That's all right. I'm just going to keep going because we're going to cover that up with our circle anyway. So to color this, I'm going to use my Crumb Cake Stampin' Blends, and we're going to take the dark, that would be the darker one, and I'm just going to highlight some of these lines where Stampin' Up adds some details. Again, I am not an artist. I just color to color. I got to get my glasses, I can't see. All right. For up higher in the tree, I'm not worried about it too much. Because I'm just going to sponge some ink on for the leaves. Okay, so that's done with the Stampin' Blends. Now we're going to use our sponge daubers. These are nice. They fit on your little fingertip. Gives you lots of control. We're going to use Pear Pizzazz ink. This ink is retiring. It will only be available through May 1st. So if you don't already have it, run get it. It's a wonderful color. To color it, all you do is you dip your sponge dauber into the ink, and you can see how you're just going to get some ink. So, and then I'm just going to swirl it on. I'm not worried too much about where it goes. I just want the whole top of the tree to be covered. This is a super fast way to color something without having to worry about too much detail. Okay, so that I'm going to layer onto a piece of Pear Pizzazz that is 2 7/8 by 3 7/8. I'm just going to use my Stampin' Seal. You just want a 1/4 inch border all the way around. Okay, and now for I just took a scrap of white. You can see I've used it for other punches. And I'm going to stamp. This is how I get ink on my fingers. I don't want any more. Just stamp it down. I'm using the circle punches, so it doesn't matter if it's straight or not. Circles aren't straight. So I'm going to take my 1 3/4 and then my 2 inch. These are also online exclusives that you can get online. Duh. And anyway, I'm using the 1 3/4 to punch out my sentiment. You hold it upside down, and then you can line up exactly where you want your sentiment, and just punch. Super easy. And then out of just a scrap of Pear Pizzazz, I'm going to stamp my 2 inch circle for layering. And I just, out of habit, hold it upside down whether I need to see it or not. And then we're going to layer this right onto here. Okay, now let's pull back our card base, and I'm just gonna do my embossed quarter sheet. Everything today on today's card is a 1/4 inch borders. Okay, and then I'm gonna put, let's see, for these two I'm gonna use Stampin' Dimensionals. Okay, these are Stampin' Dimensionals. They come 3 sheets of 100 each. They're awesome. There's like no waste to these things at all. And so you just take, they're double-sided adhesive. So I'm just gonna put them down in each of the corners. And usually for a panel this size, I'll just stick one right in the middle and just pull these off. Sometimes that's the hardest part of these. And I want this kind of up in the corner. And I usually just try and leave the same amount of border on the top and the side. Now I want okay, on my original card, my circle went here. I might move it over just a little bit to cover up my ugly. And then if you saw, I just want, so it's gonna be like this. So I just want a dimensional here and here so that it doesn't go too far above my card or higher than my card. And then you can add just a little bit of adhesive here in the corner if you'd like. And then just glue it down. And there you have it. Super simple. And I think we probably made 5 minutes, but I don't know. Anyway, if you have any questions, leave me a comment below, and I hope you enjoyed the card. Thank you.